Everyone always tells you what to do to lose fat, but I'm going to tell you exactly what to do to stay fat. I've helped hundreds of men transform their bodies, and these are the diet habits that used to keep them fat. Number one, cut out all carbs. No rice, roti, bread, pasta. You are apparently never going to have that ever again in your life, right? So yeah, realistically, you'll do it for a few weeks, and then you'll fall back into the old habits, and you'll gain back the weight again. Perfect. Number two, poor environmental design. So at home, make sure you have as much junk food, as many high calorie snacks as possible in easy to reach places, and keep healthier foods, whole foods, ones that are higher in protein, low in calories. Keep that out of the house if you can, okay? Keep them in very hard to reach places if you have to have them at home, because the more friction, the better. Number three, reward yourself every week with a cheat day. Because you're so miserable and you hate your diet so much, you are going to want to cheat on it. And when that happens, make sure that you have as many calories as possible. Be as gluttonous as you can. Eat as much as you possibly can on those days. And bonus points, right? If you have those cheat days and it turns into 2 cheat days or a cheat week or 2 cheat weeks, that's even better. Because then not only will you go back to your original weight, you might even gain some additional weight beyond that. Number four, listen to your family and friends when they tell you to eat. So if you're at a family event or out with friends and they're telling you, hey, have a bit more rice or have this drink or just eat more with us. Like, are you on a diet or something? Why are you eating less? Just be normal, man. Just enjoy your food. You listen to them. Listen to these people that don't have the outcome that you want. Take their advice, eat more, feel pressured, and that is a great way to keep gaining weight, to stay fat. Number five, believe that eating healthy will make you lose weight. Just eat a whole bunch of whole foods, right? And because you're not tracking anything, you don't know how many calories you're actually having, but just believe that blindly eating healthy will make you lose weight. Number six, kind of goes back to number five, but don't track any foods, okay? Have no visibility on the amount of calories you're consuming, on the amount of protein you're consuming. So it may feel like you're putting in a lot of time, a lot of effort into your diet, but you may not be seeing the results you want because you have no idea what your calorie intake is, right? So you might think, oh, I'm eating healthy, I'm doing this, I'm exercising, but I'm not really seeing any weight loss. Well, that's why we don't track any foods, so you can keep guessing. Keep worrying, keep being stressed. Number seven, blame your slow metabolism. See, when you don't see progress, just blame it on your metabolism, your slow metabolism, even though your metabolism hasn't technically slowed down, but that is a topic for a different video. Number eight, switch your diet every 2 weeks. So when you put in that time, that effort, and you don't really see much progress, or you see some progress, but you want faster progress, just switch to a different diet. Okay, shiny object syndrome, because a new diet means new results, better results, and then just keep hopping from diet to diet to diet, losing a pound here and there, but not really seeing any long-term progress. That's a great way to go about it. Number nine, skip breakfast to save calories and then binge in the evening. So if you're someone that gets really hungry in the morning, you can skip breakfast. You can even classify it as intermittent fasting because you're skipping breakfast. And then work your hunger up throughout the day. Don't eat anything. Get home, eat about 5,000 calories, binge in the evening. Boom. That's a great way to do it. Number 10, cut out South Asian food completely. Even though you really love South Asian food and you cannot imagine a life where you're not having rice, where you're not having curry, where you can't, a life where you can sit down and actually eat it with your family, just cut it out completely, right? You're never going to have it again ever in your life, right? Seems practical. Number 11, snack mindlessly when you're watching Netflix. So this is a great hack because you're so distracted by what you're watching, you can just keep shoveling food down without even thinking about it. And suddenly, in 5 minutes of eating, maybe you had 500,000 calories and you don't even know about it because you're not even consciously eating. Number 12, eat whatever you want when you go traveling. So you may have a solid structure that you follow when you're at home, when things are normal. But let's say you have to travel for work or you go to holiday. When that happens for that week or two, just forget about everything. Okay, just freestyle it. Just eat whatever the hell you want because holiday calories, they don't count, right? Just go crazy. Now, if you have some sort of structure, obviously that's going to help beforehand. Like if you have some rough idea of what you want to do when you are traveling, so you can still enjoy yourself, but hold back in moderation, we don't want to do that. Just Throw everything out the window, eat whatever the fuck you want. Number 13, never calculate your calorie and protein targets. Now, this kind of goes back to the previous point about tracking. See, if you're tracking, it's always a good idea to have targets to shoot for, so you can literally guarantee your progress, right? You know, if you hit this many calories or this amount of protein, you will be seeing progress on a weekly basis. But we don't want to do that. Don't set any targets, so we don't know where we're headed. We don't know which direction to shoot in. Just freestyle it, okay? Just ride it blind. Number 13, finish all the food on your plate. So next time you're having a meal, you're out, or even just at home, right? Let's say you serve yourself, you eat a bunch, but you're full already. You know that, okay, this is good enough, but there's still food left on your plate. Just eat it anyway. Just eat it. I'm not saying you have to throw it away, but like the alternative is obviously you could put it in the fridge and save it for later, leftovers for another day, even though you're not hungry right now. But just eat it all. Just eat it all. Just shovel it down for the sake of it. Just because of guilt? Yeah, it's a good strategy. Number 14, be perfect or die. So what I mean by this is, if you cannot follow your diet exactly perfectly, what I mean is have the exact same thing for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. Make sure that you're ticking all the boxes every single day, perfectly hitting your calorie target, your protein target, making sure that everything is going according to plan. If you cannot do that, there's no point, right? So the moment something happens where you fall off track, just throw it all away. Okay, just quit completely the moment something like that happens. Instead of trying to adapt the plan and just making progress with what you have in the circumstances that you're in, just throw everything out the window. Because it is better to be a complete failure at it than be suboptimal and keep the momentum going. Number 15, I want you to cook every single meal. So even in those times where you get really, really busy and you feel like you have no time, just force it, Just force it. And again, it goes back to the previous point. If you genuinely have no time to cook those meals, just throw it out all the window. Go back to the normal diet. Of course, there are alternatives like getting ready-made meals or ordering foods from places that have the calories and the protein on the menu, but we don't want to do that. Okay, just make sure that you try and cook every single meal, even when it's not realistic to do so. Number 16, short-term punishment. See your diet as a short-term means of punishing yourself. It is something that you need to endure, something you need to hate, something that needs to feel challenging and difficult in the short term to see the results. Instead of seeing it as this thing where it's meant to be enjoyable, something that is sustainable, something you can do for the rest of your life, right? Because it's a lot of people, they have this idea that, you lose weight and you keep it off and you make it a sustainable change. We don't want that. It has to be punishment. Make yourself fucking suffer, or it's not worth it. Number 17, do it alone. Make sure that you are handling all of this by yourself. So you have to figure everything out. Any mistake, anytime you fall off, you are just on your own. Okay, you have no support system, no one you can ask questions with, no one you can rely on. That is another great way to make sure that you stay fat forever. Also, before I forget, if you're a South Asian man who has struggled to lose fat and keep it off in the long term, click the first link in the description. Now, you may not care. That's cool. Link is there anyway. All right, that's pretty much everything for the video. I'll catch you next time.